Hi, I'm Steven Jarvi. I'm the music director and conductor of the Dearborn Symphony. Welcome to Symphony Notes, our discussion of our concerts that are coming up. And our next concert on the calendar is coming up in February 14th, Valentine's Day. So we are in love with Beethoven for Valentine's Day here. It's a Friday at 8 o'clock. And I'm joined today by Deborah Terry, our concertmaster, who's going to be the soloist on that program. And Deborah, it's exciting for us as an orchestra. I mean, all orchestral musicians love Beethoven. We played a little bit of Beethoven earlier in the season. We played Beethoven's Sixth Symphony, First Movement. And for the theme of In Love with Beethoven, we decided to choose a romance, something romantic for our couples. So tell us a little bit about Beethoven's Second Romance.
The Second Romance. Well, there's thoughts that it might have been the second movement of a violin concerto that never came.
Right, he was kind of shedding things out before he worked on his famous violin concerto that we all know and love now. This could have been kind of a slow movement for one of those, right?
Yes.
And what do you think? Just the title, romance. What is it that makes this romantic? We're going to hear you play the kind of main theme in a minute, and I'm going to get to him as a romantic composer. So.
Well, like any romance, it has its lovely moments, and then its dramatic moments, and then it comes back to lovely. And well, not all romances do that, though.
Right. So, some can end a little sad.
Ones do.
Right, and we have this stunning concert hall. I just heard you warming up here in our perfect silence of studio sound, and it was great to hear you play. So we'll listen to a little bit of you play excerpts from Beethoven and come back with a little bit more chatting. Thank you. That was beautiful.
Thank you.
I'm really excited to perform this. The first time I think I've performed this particular romance. And I'm glad that it's kind of middle period representative of Beethoven. The concert opens with Egmont Overture, a really dramatic, bold overture to get the audience's attention. And then we actually play music by Haydn, his hero, and certainly someone that dubbed him the great genius that he became. And that's the 103rd Symphony, just one movement of that, so you can hear a little bit of the style that Beethoven was coming out of. Then we hear kind of the middle period music and some of his kind of concerto style. And then we move on to Beethoven's 5th and 7th Symphony excerpts on the second half of this program. Everybody knows ba 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 ba. Everybody knows Beethoven 5.
Right.
Orchestral musicians usually love Beethoven 7 more. Why is that? Do you think that we love Beethoven 7 more? I think it's just really exciting. It's all the passages are just so well paced. There's a lot of thrilling moments.
All of that. Yeah. I mean, listen, any Beethoven is good. Any Beethoven is good. That's the fun stuff to practice, but it's really hard at the same time. You have to be perfectly in tune all the time, and the rhythm has to be perfectly just right.
Right, and there's a long-standing kind of tradition there to live up to. It's 250 years of Beethoven this year, of course, so that's why we celebrate in 2020. On the second half of the program, like I said, we have Beethoven's Fifth Symphony, his kind of revolutionary breakthrough piece, as if he hadn't already broken through with the Third Symphony and all these other things. That symphony, obviously very important because of the development of that thematic material. And then from our orchestral musician's favorite Seventh Symphony, we have the second movement of the Seventh Symphony by Beethoven, which was actually famously encored at its premiere. An encore for a slow movement.
Right.
Now that means that
Beethoven's slow movements are the best. He was the best at writing slow movements.
Yeah, there's something about the architecture and
they're just stunning.
Yeah, it's really beautiful music that we're excited to share with everybody. And we have a special treat. The final thing on this concert is actually Tchaikovsky's March Slav with members members of the youth orchestra. So we do a side-by-side at the end of this program. And that's actually sort of perfect because without Beethoven, we wouldn't have had the Romantic composers as we know them today. Right. So, Deborah, thanks for joining me on our Symphony Notes, and we look forward to hearing you and the great Dearborn Symphony playing music of Beethoven and Haydn. So please come on out to the Ford Community and Performing Arts Center, hear the Dearborn Symphony and Deborah on February 14th at 8 p.m. And check us out for tickets at dearbornsymphony.org, and I'll see you at the Symphony.